Excellence Award 2022. We've heard that you've won the 2022 National Public Sector Excellence Awards, which is called the JAKARANDA Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. We really appreciate the work that you've done there. I've got a panel with me, Mr. Nkosi, who is the president of the ACPM, and also Prevain Naika from the ACPM Exco. We just have a couple of questions for you, just to interrogate the Jacaranda project. I think I'll start. I just wanted to know basically what was the difficulties you faced. Yes, you've won an excellence award, but what were the difficulties, maybe one or two, that you say you faced in managing and delivering the Jacaranda Shopping Center project?
Yeah, thanks again, Mr. President, and to the two gentlemen we're sitting with. As we know that this project, was undertaken during the difficult time of COVID when it started in 2020. We had just handed oversight. I think the two highlights that I can highlight on the job, being an existing mall, it's because you can never, without SPOL drawings, that you can make a point of reference in terms of what is there, what is required. So the two major challenges were the unknown, once you start stripping. Typical example, there was a ramp. You can see that there was previously a parkade there. There was a ramp which was in Mr. Price, two Mr. Price stores that we never knew about, and the fact that we didn't have asphalt. So as we started stripping, you can imagine that was not accounted for in terms of the budget. It cost the client R1 million just to demolish that ramp. So that was one major challenge from the technical side of view. Technical point of view. And then I think the major thing that we're all facing in the construction industry, it's the, the communities, people wanting to get involved on the project. As a matter of fact, I think the project was stopped twice. First time for 6 weeks, I think it was in November up until January, we had to stop the project because of the community involvement, fighting for a 30% stake, wanting to have sight of the BOQ. It doesn't matter whether you form the steering committee with them and say, guys, this is a steering committee. We then going to put in together a list of everybody that will participate in the project. But you deal with different individuals. Someone comes and I'll make the problem go away. Give me 50, 100,000. It's just thuggery. So those are the two challenges from the technical point of view and from the community issues. So you can point that out. So major challenges.
Well, thank you so much, Milu, for that. I think it goes without saying currently in our construction industry that the business forums, the local community, the SMMEs, the local labor do pose a challenge to the project in its entirety. But we are glad that you've obviously overcome that, you have completed the project. Moving forward, for me, another question I'll have is, then I asked about the difficulties. What would then be the positive highlights from the project that you've also experienced, especially maybe from a client point of view and also the professional team point of view?
Yeah, look, I think the positive highlights we could take from the project, taking into account the challenges that we faced, we managed to deliver the project. Though, being a little bit over budget due to the challenges that we have. Once the project is prolonged, if you're supposed to do a project in 12 months and then you do it in 18 months, obviously there's cost implications there, So, but the highlight is delivering a quality project. As it was not just a shopping center, but also the residential part of the project. So I think it's a great achievement from the team that is involved, from the architects, the client, and all the professional team that were involved in the project.
Thank you so much. That is great. I would like to bring in President Nkosi from the ACPM. Please, we
My
request
ex-colleague.
2 questions from you.
Yes.
Ex-colleague, ex-partner.
Origin counterparts over here.
Yes. Now, thank you very much, President Afodofi. Congratulations, Mr. Changela, for winning
Thank you, Mr. Nkosi.
award as Origin Project Management. That's quite a good highlight. I'm proud of you. As you said, we've worked together before. I'm very proud of what you've achieved. I think coming back to the project, I would like to find out from you, or if you could highlight for us the 1 or 2 innovative ways that you employed, to get the project to be a success.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 or 2, so that we could learn from that as well.
Yeah. That's where would I start with that one? Innovative ways that we implied on the project. It's from the design point of view, in terms of the sustainability design, we looked into that, in particular energy saving, we looked into that, we applied that into the project. So those are the things that from the innovation point of view, we looked into, especially, when it comes to the electrical services, the mechanical services, to make sure that we include that into our design. Yeah.
Okay, now, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it from me. Thank you, President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nkosi, for that. Prevent, I would like to bring you in now.
Yeah, no, thank you. Congratulations, Luke.
Yeah.
I think well done. So as I'll say a senior individual within your organization,
Yes.
so this is project related, but not directly project related. And as being hands-on, from what I can see in terms of the submission,
Yes.
and obviously you being the lead on the project,
Yes.
how did it impact your business and the management of your business in balancing between managing the business and managing a project directly?
Yeah, look, and this project in particular, it was very challenging, because one, I had a senior project manager on site, that had to leave and resign, after being on the project for probably 16 months or so. To bring in someone again, you can't just bring them in and, walk away,
Yeah.
So from that time when Lawrence, who did a great job, started with the job, I started planning the job with him from, the word go. But unfortunately, during the COVID, things were very uncertain. So
Yes.
he thought there's probably greener pastures, the public works. So he went and joined the public works. So I had to, take the lead role and become involved in the project. Though I did bring in someone, but, I couldn't just leave the project and say, it is a critical stage now,
Yes, yes.
because we needed to complete the project. You can't bring someone at the 11th hour and hope that, they'll continue with the project, run it smoothly. The good thing is, like I said, work with Isaac, we've always been hands-on.
Yes.
We've always been hands-on in projects that we did, from Sun Coast Casino to whatever. We've never managed a project from a distance.
Yeah.
So I got involved, put on my boots. And then how did I balance the scale, in terms of, because after Jacaranda Mall, Origin has to still be there. Fortunately, I've got, very good colleagues and partners, because not all of us are looking at one client, everybody's looking at different clients. So, it helped the situation at that time, that, the other partners, while I was busy being hands-on there, but not neglecting what I was trying to put together for the future. So I think the colleagues and the partners that were around came in. Origin is not a one-man show. Origin is not Louis, Origin is not Evo. It's not Origin. it's a collective, you know. So I think that kind of helped the situation, you know, in terms of me being involved in that project and coming out of that project, still being able to, you know, to manage the business moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, excellent. And then what did you have any targets, and did you achieve any targets on the project with regard to be it mentorship, registering professionals within the industry, or anything of that sort?
Yes. I think coming out of that project, there's one local subcontractor that, you know, the main contractor could work with at any project outside, you know, the Pretoria area. So in terms of them mentoring an SMME, you know, because the issue with that the guy, you know, he had everything to become a great contractor, you know, dedicated, you know, had the resources. He was there when needed. So I think that project, one thing that is achieved is to produce a very good subcontractor coming out of the local community. I think we managed to achieve that. Yeah.
Excellent. No, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mlungisi. Thanks, Mr. Nkosi. Thanks, Ruben, for the short session. And once again, congratulations,
Thank you.
Mlungisi.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And for the Jacaranda Shopping Center.
Thank you, Mr. Nkosi.
We wish you all
Thank you.
the best
Thank
for
you.
the future.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Pastor.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.